I don't understand people who try to deny the existence of privilege, or just not recognize the fact that being visually pleasing to look at does help in certain departments. I don't understand why that's such like a bizarre belief for some people. I feel like that's just a part of our nature. Like, we just like things that look nice. I mean, think back to animals, the way they draw like certain creatures in or make themselves look a certain way to draw certain animals in as their prey so they can like attack them and eat them because they know they'll be drawn to the visually pleasing look of them. Like, we're animals the same way, bro. We operate in the same way. We like pretty things. We like visually pleasing things. Pretty privilege is a thing. And you know what? As shallow as this may sound, I'm kind of jealous that I don't have it. What is prompting this conversation, you might ask? Well, recently I've been watching some new YouTubers, right? So like small YouTubers just starting out. And I mean, I love watching people who kind of start where I start because I myself am a small YouTuber. So, it's cool to see their progress and stuff like that. And a lot of these people are starting way later than I have and amass success a lot more than I have. Like, their view count is great for just starting out. They've got like, a good amount of subscribers and they're just doing really well, even though they basically just started. And, me being the analytical girl that I am, I'm looking at these channels and I'm like, okay, how are they doing this? Like, what are they doing to grow so quickly? And look at their numbers, I look at their growth, and then I look at them. And then I'm like, no, that checks out. A lot of these new YouTubers that I'm seeing are visually attractive. Like, they're conventionally attractive people. I'm not going to say the names. Like, there's 3 channels that I have in mind, and I'm not going to say the names because I don't want it to seem like I'm trying to like nitpick these people as like, oh, they got big only because they're pretty. I'm going to talk about that more in a second. But like, there's a few YouTubers that I'm watching and like they're making like, it's very chill content. It's not like video essays or anything like that. It's very chill, wholesome content, whether it be like vlogs or just random challenges that they do, those types of channels. So that obviously does play a part too, because that's getting really popular now. I think people just like raw, types of videos or whatever. That's great. But yeah, they're conventionally attractive people. And you can tell because when you go into the comments, like every other comment is, oh my gosh, they're so pretty. Oh my gosh, she's so pretty. Oh my gosh, he's so fine, bro. Oh my gosh, bro is ethereal. There's a lot of that one. Like, every other comment, bro is ethereal, bro is gorgeous, bro is, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. It's like, again, I'm not saying that these people only got their success from being visually attractive, because there is a lot of people that will say stuff like that. And I think that's one of the reasons why people will get upset when you say things like pretty privilege or whatever, is because they'll attribute all their success to their looks, right? And I don't think that's true at all. I think a lot of these YouTubers, as I actively watch them, I'm not just watching them for their looks, but because they're funny or because I like what they say or what they have to offer. There is that thing where it's like people who are pretty don't have a personality because they just rely on their looks. And like, while that's true for some people, I feel like it's not the case for everybody. There are a lot of visually attractive people that also have really great personalities, are really funny, really smart or whatever. So again, don't want to make it seem like I'm saying that they only grow because they're good looking, but I'm saying that to deny the fact that it helped is to be delusional, because let's be real here, it does help. And I guess it's because I've been kind of in a slump recently with my channel. I'm in that burnout phase. I've been getting there pretty frequently, actually. It's like every other week I'm like, yeah, I'm motivated, and then the next week I'm just like, I should just delete my entire channel. So I'm kind of back in that slump again where I'm just like why am I doing this? I feel like I'm not going anywhere. I feel like I'm not doing well. I just want to stop doing this overall. And I'm not going to, like, I don't want to stop, but it's very demotivating because I like to make content and I like making videos, but I also feel like, I don't know, like, it's not going anywhere. And that's not true because I know I'm growing. I am growing. Like, my subscriber count is growing, which is really cool. And my view count is becoming a little bit more consistent with how many that I get on every video, which is really cool to see. It's nice to see. But I guess it's because I'm comparing it to those people, those attractive people. And I'm looking at them and I'm like, yeah, my numbers don't look like theirs. And I know comparison is a thief of joy. I know I'm not supposed to do it. But it's kind of hard to when you're constantly being shoved, like other people's success is being shoved in your face, and then you look at yourself and you're just like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I'm also working hard and I'm also putting in effort and I'm putting in passion with what I do and I love what I do. What's wrong? Why am I not doing it? And again, this might be shallow, But like recently, yeah, I've been kind of thinking like if I was just like a pretty person, I feel like maybe that would help. And I already know like some of y'all are gonna be like, oh my gosh, what do you mean? No, like you're lying, you're so pretty. Beauty is subjective. Okay, so there's that much. Like I know I'm not saying I'm ugly. Like I'm not just trying to sit here and punch down on myself. I'm not saying I'm an ugly person. I think I'm like decent. I'm like mid. I'm okay. I'm nothing, not a sight for sore eyes. I'm not going to sit here and say that like I'm ugly. Like, I try to put myself together. I try to look nice for the camera and just in general. And again, beauty is subjective. Like, I've gotten compliments where girls have come to me pretty before. So I understand that, like, obviously certain people will find certain things beautiful in a person visually. But when you say conventional attractiveness, there it's basically like they're a standard. So it's kind of like what everybody or mostly everybody finds to be somewhat visually not even attractive, right? So it's not even about like romantical attraction. It's just visually nice to look at. Like again, like so a lot of the female YouTubers I watch, I'm not looking at them with like a romantical attraction because I just don't have that for women. But just in general, like I'm not looking at them in that way. But they're just nice to look at. Like they're just pretty people. So there is a level of conventionalism when it comes to beauty that we're seeing. And you'll know if you're a conventionally attractive person. I am not a conventionally attractive person. For me, it's like some people are going to find me pretty, others are not. And I feel like if I looked better, then maybe people would want to listen more to what I'm saying. I know this sounds so shallow. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm like looks are everything because they're not. And I feel like I bring a lot of value to my videos when I do my research and my video essays or whatever. Like I bring value. I know I do. Like I said, I don't know. I think I'm in that slump again and I'm just a little discouraged because I want my channel to do well and I want it to grow quickly and I'm being impatient. And I just think that being pretty will help that, which I could be wrong and that maybe it won't. But yeah, it's just like I said, like recently I've been finding a lot of small YouTubers who are like conventionally attractive people and are growing really well. And it's like, again, while of course their content and the things that they talk about is like the main reasons why they grew, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't also because they are nice to look at. But of course, again, there's always downsides that come to that. I'm not trying to say like pretty people have a perfect life and they can just get everything they want. I know there are downsides to being a visually attractive person. A lot of people will see you just in the shallow manner of, nothing but a piece of meat. And of course, we don't want that, especially with how over sexualized today's society is. A lot of people tend to do that. They just look at you for a piece of meat and nothing else, right? And then again, of course, a lot of people who look great but really don't have a personality, really don't have much to say or any other skills. So, of course, there's some drawbacks and downsides to being visually attractive. But again, I guess for the sake of my YouTube, it's not even like in general. Like in life, I don't care. Again, like conventionally attractive because I'm subjectively pretty. Like again, some people find me pretty, other people don't, and I'm fine with that. So I'm not saying that like I want to be pretty just in general. I think it's really just for YouTube. I think I just want to look good for YouTube and maybe that'll help with my growth. Again, could be wrong about that. I don't know, but yeah, just something I've been thinking about recently with the new channels that I've been finding, and I think I'm just jealous. And of course, I'm happy for them. I'm happy for anybody who reaches a level of success on YouTube because it's not as easy as people try to make it seem. It's really not. Like all that crack the system and the algorithm. Like no, the algorithm is people, and if people want to see you, they'll let you know that they want to see you in your content, and if they don't, then they will let you know they don't. So it's definitely not as simple as people try to make it seem. So I commend anybody for having the guts to start. And you don't have to be a visually attractive person in order to start. Start anyway. Just do it. Don't procrastinate. But if you are a conventionally attractive person, YouTube might be for you. That's all I'm gonna say. That's how I'm gonna finish it off. Yeah, that's all.